Tekashi snitching.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Rainbow snitching. He gonna snitch. He ain't gonna have no rainbow hair. It's just gonna be brown.
All right.
He gonna go by Daniel now.
Oh, not Daniel. He's going by the real name. All right. So, you ready, bro?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. We back. This is the waiting room.
Back, nigga.
Curtis Medii.
Jerry Grimm.
Y'all not gonna introduce me?
Nah, you good. All right.
Okay. Well, I don't do that. So somebody.
This is our very good friend, Miss K. That's what we're gonna go by.
Also known as Monet.
Boom. And it rhymes.
Damn, so she gave my ring back. So.
She didn't introduce her, so she gave the ring back.
That's how motherfuckers do you. That's all good, you know.
It's all good. We here.
That's crazy. That's why we doing relationship do's and don'ts.
That's what we doing. So, bro, you want to start off?
You think we should go ahead and start out with the do's?
Yeah, let's start with the do's and don'ts of the relationship.
All right, I'm starting off with consistently be unpredictable.
What does that mean to you?
It keeps you, being spontaneous.
It's like a psych session.
What?
Huh?
You judging me?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, that's crazy. And it keeps, keeps everything new. Don't make it seem like you're repeating the same day every day.
So you're all for the effect of spontaneity.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, being spontaneous is a good thing. I mean, it keeps everything fresh and stuff.
So long as it's legal.
I don't know about that one.
Depends on what y'all into.
So he's going for the Bonnie and Clyde effect,
Fuck
and you're going for more of.
He in the same room.
Jay-Z, Beyonce. We need to grow together.
See, that we can
We
do.
need to
Exactly.
make money.
You can do that.
$120 million for a concert, tour type shit. That's what I'm talking
That
about.
works
Something
too.
slight, nothing serious.
Just let them know what's going on.
Done. What about you?
As far as what? The spontaneous thing?
Oh no, I was gonna ask for one from your end.
For the dudes, I would say respect each other's space. I feel like alone time is really like key in relationships. I feel like it's not that you don't want to be around your partner, but it's like everybody needs. What?
The way she looked at me, bro.
That's funny. No, but everybody. Got fried. No, but I feel like everybody needs like space in a relationship. Like you don't want to be overbearing to the person that you're with. Like you don't want to be all over them. So it's like
to smother.
Yeah, you don't want to smother them. You want to let them feel like they can be free, but as well.
Let me miss you, motherfucker.
Right.
I agree with that.
Because I feel like in relationships, like you want to do everything together, and it's like, yeah, in the beginning that's cute.
It's the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, the honeymoon phase. But after a while, it's kind of like, okay, I'm here.
It's like mush.
I'm still gonna be here.
And a twist.
Yeah, like let me be me. We still good. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I feel like people feel like, oh, if I don't want to be all up on you, like you don't care about me. And like, nah, like bro, I had a life before you.
We got work. We got bills. like do you? I'm gonna do me. But we're still together.
Exactly.
Like it's nothing.
Gives you something to talk about later.
Yeah, like at the end of our day when we in the bed talking, you can talk about shit you go through. I talk about shit I went through. You don't gotta blow up my phone. Where you at? Like you ain't gotta do that shit. Like
you know where I'm at. Fuck around.
Yeah.
But do they though?
See, y'all quit dealing with fuck niggas.
That's when trust comes in.
I don't have issues. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, she looked dead at me when she said this shit. Like where you be at, my nigga? I'm like,
no, it's just.
Have I ever?
I have to look back. I have to think about it. Give me some time.
Okay, yeah.
But I feel like that's
keep the same energy.
No, I am. You know me.
Shots.
Can I do one? Ooh,
go ahead.
Can I do
fam.
one?
Go ahead.
You good, love.
So I wasn't invited to share my point of view. I'm holding it down for females since seeing as though I'm the only one. So
go ahead.
Yeah. So treat them the way that you did at the start. if you don't want to see it end. So coming from my perspective, frankly, I can say that I have experienced this, and this is, from a female's point of view, where, someone will try and run up on you, be all buddy-buddy with you, woo you, court you, and then you're like, sure, why not? Let's make a relationship out of this. And then as time progresses, the things that they used to do. Keep the same energy. Like, if we're going to be millennials here, let's just be honest. Keep the same energy. And that's for both parties. Obviously, I try my best, but I don't want it to be a one-sided effort, if you know what I mean.
I feel that.
I can see that. Yeah, I definitely see that.
I definitely feel that. I mean, I feel like people get complacent and people get kind of like stagnant in their shit. So I feel like, that goes in with, you got to keep things refreshed. You got to keep things cool, but you can't, it's like Biggie Smalls said, you got to treat everything like your first project. So you got to treat the relationship like how it was a time, nigga, where if she sat on your bed, you felt like, nigga, she's on my bed.
And truly, when you think about it, relationships are an ongoing project. Right. It's not something that's ever complete or perfect. You have to continue working on it.
Yeah, you got to keep building it. It's like
like I will grade you every day.
It's like a relationship.
Today
you
you're gonna
building.
be.
Right.
Today was an F, but tomorrow will be an A, right?
Right. You gotta take the good with the bad. You know what I mean? Like some days you cool, some days shit goes sideways. So.
And there's that. Are we still on dudes, or can we mix it up and do?
No, we on dudes.
We still on dudes.
Don't be disrespectful. Okay. She's like, you niggas ain't shit.
I will run up.
But nah, my next one is having open communication.
That's a good one too. Oh my God. I will run off the mouth on that one. You start.
Because I definitely feel like, because it eliminates, you might go somewhere and talk to somebody else, but you feel like if you go to your significant other, you should be able to, that eliminates, being judged. But if your significant other's going to judge you about it, you're going to feel some type of way.
I feel like from a generational standpoint, that's why a lot of relationships do fail. And again, this is both parties involved, but I think communication is actually too easy to the extent where people make it hard.
Yeah.
Instead of just opening your mouth and saying something, like, why didn't you answer your phone? Or are we still going on that date? Or just texting back in general. If you read the message, if you didn't read the message, but it's just too easy to say exactly what's going on. It doesn't need a lengthy explanation. It can be like, sorry, I missed your call. Was it lunch? Or stepped out for a minute. But instead, people sometimes are left wondering. I'm getting a little too in depth with this because personal experiences. I know, but it's just too easy. I feel like it's too easy.
Yeah.
It's too freaking easy to communicate. It is.
It really is.
It really is.
Yeah, but people don't know how to communicate or show their feelings, really. A lot of people don't know how to describe their feelings or describe what they feel.
Tell me that.
Which is definitely true, but again, communicate that. And not only that, but sometimes it makes it difficult. I'm not saying you're wrong, but only because, for example, if you do social media or if you text all the time, things can be taken out of context and it could mean one thing, they, perceive it as another. So it's just, if you don't know how to, then you've got to try. That's what your mouth is for. Words, the whole dictionary. Like, you've got to try. Regardless of how it might make you look, regardless of how you think you might look to somebody else, regardless of how you feel and they feel in the end. The point is that you said what you needed to say. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know.
I feel like that goes in line with like trust. Like, if I tell you my feelings, are you going to actually take them into consideration with what you're doing?
That's true too.
Because I feel like a lot of times, like, people, they want to tell their feelings, but they've been in relationships in the past where their feelings didn't matter or what they said didn't really happen. Like, nothing came out of it. So they feel reserved and they feel like that's comfortable. But I feel like a lot of people, that goes with trust, that goes with understanding your partner, that goes with patience. That's kind of like, all right, you tell me what's up, I'm going to listen. I tell you what's up, you listen, and then our bond gets stronger. So I feel like that's what people need to do, honestly.
Yeah, I can see that.
I have one. Know when to compromise.
You can't win every battle, fam.
That's pretty much, that sums that one up. You really can't.
Yeah.
You can't. You gotta know when to compromise. I don't think that one really needs much of you pretty much got that one.
Yeah,
can't win it all.
Yeah, like you can't win every argument. You can't win every situation. You can't be, you gotta know when to pick your battles. Some things you're just like, all right, I know me arguing ain't gonna do shit. Vice versa. Yeah. So
You know, don't make something out of nothing.
Because a lot of people do that shit.
Sometimes.
Somebody's never mind.
I'm done.
It's on you, fam?
It's on me?
I think so.
Okay. One of my dues is be transparent.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
Like-
definitely hard for a lot of people.
Like, you have to be able to be open with your partner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're not open with your partner, who you open with? You know what I mean?
That is true.
So I feel like you need to be able to share your feelings. You need to be able to understand what they're going through, where they're coming from, the genesis of both situations.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It really talk about what affects y'all. 'Cause
And if not your partner, you always have your mother.
But,
allegedly,
you
but
said allegedly.
my mom ain't got time for that shit. But you know,
Oh,
just be honest and tell the truth with everything. And I feel like if you let people know, then they'll be able to juggle whatever you're talking about.
That's a good one.
So I feel like, you know, be transparent.
I would say have realistic expectations of them.
True.
And not only that, but I guess know what you're getting into before you choose to gung-ho with it. In other words, like...
That's my problem.
Yeah. Like, don't take things for face value, because that's the point of dating, right? That's the point of courting someone. So you can
Right.
be with them, spend time with them, get to know them, you know, at least on a surface level before you decide to go, you know, all in with them in terms of a relationship. But at the same time, you don't want to catch yourself cussing them out or getting upset or getting mad if you knew what it was from jump, but you still chose to dive in anyway. That's on you.
Yeah, so like when I ask you, do you know how to communicate? You tell me, yeah, and we get in a situation where you know you open your goddamn mouth up and you don't.
Personal problem. So back to what
God said don't judge.
I wasn't judging. I was just stating what it was.
I was just looking at the hand movement.
It was
this nigga.
all up in there, right? So that's just kind of what it is. Now, that's not to say that you can't change someone. You shouldn't really want to, because I guess that kind of goes back to the compromising effort. But at the same time, you know, you have to know what you're getting yourself into. You pick and choose. So that's just kind of how it is. I would give examples, but I don't want to offend anyone that could watch this. So.
Go ahead.
They be alright. Fuck 'em.
No, because, you know, what would be okay with me might not be okay to someone else.
Fuck 'em.
It's up for your interpretation. Just pick and choose.
They still gonna watch this and be like, she calling me out.
And if it's about you,
Fuck
if your
them.
feelings are hurt, then
You gonna get some few calls.
You
But
should have
alright.
did better.
telepathically, it was for you. Yes, you.
Alright.
You right there.
You fucked up.
Keep my mouth.
You,
So,
you messed up.
you fucked
We was fine over here.
I think this
Trying to
was,
help you out.
boy, I think this was one minute.
No, what if they're not?
Shit.
You gotta help the others too, Dre. This is all encompassing. They all need help.
Nah, bro, fuck this.
They all need help.
Nigga is unisex.
He said,
Okay, if that's as far as we'll get with it, that's as far as we got with it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Talking to everybody.
I think this one me and Dre agree on is reinsurance.
In what aspect? Give me an example.
Both parties need to feel important, because why be with each other?
So I think reassurance in terms of like you're not going anywhere.
In a sense, it's like I can't just pick somebody else and be like, oh, I'm good, just leave you where you at. Like, I need you, like, in the sense of...
Like people hop until you find someone that you think is what? I'm confused.
It's almost like, all right, you know how like people be like, am I still attractive to you? Like they ask questions like that. Like,
Yeah.
am I still attractive to you? You know, stuff like that. So it's kind of like you always gotta reassure them, like you still the one I'm with. You still attractive to me. You still, you know what I mean? Like, because a lot of times people get messed up because social media. You know, they might see different girls or guys, and the person might get insecure for whatever reason. So it's like you always have to reassure them that, look, we're together. I love you. You know, we good. Like, you ain't got to worry about me. Like, I know that I'm around the opposite sex a lot. This personal shit. But around the opposite sex a lot. And it's like, no matter what I'm around, it don't matter because I'm with you.
Words as well as actions. Because sometimes I don't want to hear you say it all the time. Show me.
Yeah, I mean, you don't gotta do it every day. Like,
No, I'm saying to add to what you were saying. That makes sense.
Yep.
But I'm the kind of person where I've been in certain situations where I would hear you say it. Personal problem. See, I called out my best friend here. Now it's my turn. Personal problem. You can say it. You've said it. You say it all the time. But I want to see you show me that you mean it.
Somebody's getting shaped on him.
No, not currently. This was in the past.
Somebody's getting shaped on him.
Yeah, someone's getting put all the way together. But that's just kind of what that is. Because I'm the kind of person where, based on that situation in particular, from that point forward, I was like, show me instead of telling me. Like, I can show you better than I can tell you. I want to see you say it as opposed to just saying it.
nigga.
You're right. And that and that one, that's exactly what it was. So, yeah. Boom. There you go.
All right.
Because I feel like when people get to the point where they're asking you, sometimes people are just being insecure, like you said, with the social media, and then sometimes it's kind of like you, like, literally, like you when you said in the beginning, like you're not doing the same thing you did in the beginning to get me, so it's kind of like, am I still attractive to you? It's just like you just getting comfortable, like what's going on? So
Yeah, I feel that, bro.
Understand that one.
So what's yours, Crystal? You got another one?
Do allow yourself to be vulnerable.
that kind of correlates with how I got.
Like, you can't be perfect all the time. Because I'm the kind of person where I won't even say, like, I'll leave that personal situation tucked away. But what I mean by that is, it's okay to cry.
I don't know about that one.
It's okay, female perspective.
Female, yeah, okay,
It's okay to cry. We can't be strong, independent, and black all the time, And with your significant other,
Oh, you gotta be with a real female if she allow you to cry around you, because most females be like this.
I cry all the time.
I'm talking about
For a
the
man,
crying.
yeah.
Oh, so I'm allowed at least like once a month just to have a good session.
You gotta have a real one. If your girl let you cry around you, she gonna be like, you acting like a little bitch. You're like, nigga, what?
That is not true. That is not true. Ladies, allow your men to feel. Because it would actually creep me out if I was with someone who was like emotionless. Because then I'd be like,
Never mind. Let me keep my little shade to myself.
oh, like him, right. So that's not a personal problem. I'm just calling it out. He has no emotions. But, it's okay to feel. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to talk about your fears.
I got neutral, I got anger.
It's okay to talk about how you're afraid to die. Like, all the real stuff.
Shit happens.
But it's okay to, like, be yourself with your significant other. And sometimes I feel like people think that if they're not, then, things could happen to where they'd be like, oh, she's crazy, he's crazy, I don't want to be with this person anymore. They start having second thoughts or rethinking the whole situation. But I kind of feel like the more in tune you are with someone, then the more that they not only get to know you, but probably learn to like you. Because you spend a lot of your time with that person. Unless it's your mother. So, I don't know why I keep bringing moms into this. But that's
My mama do not fuck with me.
why moms are important. But it's like, yeah, so... Yeah, that's a big one for me too.
I think I didn't overloaded my mother. She was like, you know what, nigga, I'm gonna need for you to chill, because you be telling me to. I don't want to know that. Just let me know, like, the PG version of what you talking about.
Love you, Mama F.
Because she do. She like, nigga, you need to, like, just stop it. I don't want to know that you're going over that girl's house. Hey, you said you wanted to know, okay?
What was your day like? Tell us about it.
We're not finna get into that. So, Dre,
one of my dudes is focus on the positives, man.
That's always a good one too.
Like, relationships have assets and liabilities, and people tend to focus on the negatives of the situation instead of the positives. Like, they always make the negatives so like it's a big thing, but they don't think about the positives of a relationship. And I feel like you gotta be your partner's peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world's fucked up. Everybody go through stress. Everybody got a job. Everybody got problems. So when you come to your partner, you want to feel clarity. You want to feel peace. You want to feel good. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of people focus on the negatives, and they just need to focus on the positives of what they're going through.
Yeah, I would definitely feel that.
Be each other's peace.
And know what peace is.
Boom.
Not including the SpongeBob meme that TSR decided to bring up this weekend. That wasn't funny. Actually, it really was funny because my friend and I were having sushi yesterday, and we talked about that. It was like, be the whole peace thing, because right now it's kind of hard for women to rock with that, but it's fine.
Telling people I eat sushi. Now they gonna think I date white girls.
Well,
Well, goodness. So, what was mine? Mine is help your significant other achieve their goals, so long as it's feasible for one, achievable for another, and legal for third. So
I think that falls under what I had. Like, it's a
I'm
support.
just taking all yours, huh?
Yeah,
You don't need to be. It's my show now. Go away.
Go
Go away. Go take your stuff and leave. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I mean, as long as it's feasible, realistic, and it's like achievable, then you definitely should. Because I think that people want to feel encouraged, obviously, by those that they hold close. So if you're not really, even asking, like, if you can't, and I'm not saying in a matter of like affording, funds in order to do it monetarily, but even if you like ask, what have you done today to, move closer to that dream, or anything along those lines, like just showing support in any aspect possible, just to let them know you're there for them,
like,
take them to a casting call.
Yeah,
Start a GoFundMe page. I don't know. I'm just throwing random stuff out there, but I mean, I'm talking to you. Like, it could, I don't know. Go tell your boyfriend or your girlfriend to go do the thing. Just be there for them when it comes to them wanting to.
Really thinking about that? Unless you're not a rapper, bro. I don't see motherfuckers doing that, man. She really said that.
doing what?
Like, right now, if you just told some girl that she was a host of a talk show, she'd be like, okay, and nigga.
I mean, it's like that goes along with getting a partner that understands your life. Like, you can't be with, if you're a basketball player, you can't get a partner that don't know shit about basketball, in my opinion. You need to get somebody who's coordinated with your life and they understand your life. That's why, like, a lot of celebrities date other celebrities, because they understand that life.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because they, like, a celebrity would date a celebrity because it's like, okay, I know I'm not going to talk to you every day. Or if I do talk to you, it's going to be like a random time text message, and you understand, you get it. So me being, a host of a show, I would have to get somebody who is familiar with that aspect, that will be able to understand certain things. And that goes along with communication. That goes along with, just understanding shit, period.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what you would have to do in that sense. Because I'll be looking at people, and they be like, oh, I date this person. And I'm like, do they understand your, career? No, they don't really like what I do. I'm like, that's not going to last long. And I don't want to be that negative, but it's just kind of real. It's like, they're not going to understand what you go through.
I know this is petty, so is this why strippers be dating drug dealers?
Yeah, because
Where's the correlation? What's up?
Because we, kind of both work at the nighttime. Some work throughout the day. They both do things that
y'all get money a certain way
that looks down upon and shit like that. So
I don't know.
It's glorified now, but
I don't know nothing about that drug life. But I'm just saying. But yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah, so I feel that.
Mine is accessibility, emotionally and physically. And it kind of correlates what she had, kind of being open with yourself. And then sometimes people like hop into a relationship, you gotta understand that you're in one. Because some people still.
Some people forget.
Let me work these 7 days a week, and I never see you, and then be like, "Why are you mad?" Like,
I thought you meant. I don't know why. I went far left. I laughed because you were like, "Oh, I'm in a relationship with this person," but you like forget, and then you start talking to somebody else. I was like, "What is going on?"
That'd be really fucked up.
That's what it sounded like to me. Oh my goodness! See how perception is everything. I wasn't even listening. I'm kidding, but that's perfect
crazy.
example.
This is how motherfuckers.
Perfect example.
This is why I'm single, because motherfuckers be on bullshit.
Sounds like a personal problem.
You need that violin to play in the background.
But nah, yeah, because you gotta understand when you in one, you sometimes things you gotta be sacrificed. I'm not saying that you can't work 7 days a week, but when you do have that time.
If Darwin and Melanie can make it work, y'all can make it work.
Yeah.
And that's not just for the sake of Johns Hopkins and the Sabres. You can do it.
Yeah,
You can do it.
Yeah.
You just gotta put the time in. You gotta get a routine.
Yes.
I gotta know how to apply y'all time and do it the right way. So I feel you when you say that.
Indeed.
Yeah, because if you only got like the Saturday off, and you only kick it, not only just kick it with Dre. that'd be fucked up. It's like, damn, so what the fuck you in a relationship for? You're gonna just kick it with the homies and
Like, if you gonna do that, like, I would say early in the day, like, we go day drinking, and then you hang out with your girl at night type shit. Like, you know.
See, you have to find the balance.
Yeah.
Because oh my God, we're not on don'ts, but what irks me based on what they both just said is, for example, I was talking to one of my girlfriends about this the other day. It's like you can talk to somebody, and I'm not blaming the men, I'm just saying, but you can literally talk to someone and they claim they have no time at all to make any time for you, but they can go day drinking with their friends. They can play a game of pick-me-up basketball with the boys. They can do anything in the world. Post about it, talk about it, breathe, eat, sleep, crap about it, the whole nine, but not have time to spend with you. And it's like, but you had time to do A, B, and C all the way through X, but for some reason you can't make time for me. That should tell you something.
If y'all share bodily fluids, y'all should be able to make time for each other.
exactly.
Oddly, yes, you should. Yeah, I agree. Not in that context, but yes, you should. Actually, yeah.
saying.
If you're swapping saliva or anything of the sort.
Doing anything, exchanging shit, like, you should be able to make time for your partner. That's very vulgar. I'm good.
Odd but true. I mean, that's what it is. Yeah. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Go tell your girl you love her.
I'm dead.
You.
Nigga.
Yes, I'm talking to you. We need a name for this person we're talking to.
Well, and on that,
Bruce.
when we come back, we're gonna do don'ts.
Okay.
Right.
What the hell?
When he said cold, I thought he meant like bomb. No, he really meant like it's
it was
freezing out there.
cold as
That's
shit
Ohio
outside.
State. I don't even
Damn, that's
fuck with
fucked
Ohio
up.
State like that.
Okay, seriously, in what context?
Who the hell?
It looks cold outside. You know, like they got the song that says that. It's too cold to be single though. So what's up?
Oh my God. Okay. Whew.
And on that, we back. So don'ts.
You started out, fam.
Don't be stressful. I got enough of it.
Oh, you took mine. That was my second one.
If I got the weight on the world on my shoulders, why are you the extra weight?
That goes with being your piece.
Took more. I guess I'm not needed on this episode.
Look at us, bro.
I'm just gonna.
We out here.
Unity. I guess I'm not needed. I'll just leave. Well, that's fine.
Put your perspective on it. Just say how you feel about that.
Say it again so I can get my thought together.
Don't be stressful, because you got a nice little, let me not put your, business out there. You got a nice little job. I don't need to add on to it if, I'm your Negro. You got enough shit to worry about while you at work.
Oh, I thought you were about to call me out. That's a compliment. See, thank you. Appreciate you. That's a good one.
I was trying to, incriminate you. This is what the show's all about.
I plead the fifth. But yeah, I totally agree with that, honestly. Because if I take crap from work, I don't want to hear it from you when I get home. I really don't.
And another thing,
I am temperamental, and I'm sure most women are. Especially. So yeah, that's a good. Don't you start with me.
You said black women?
Yeah.
I'm just saying it. Fuck it.
That's perfectly fine. We know what it is.
They don't come looking for your goofy ass. But all right, so Dre, so your perspectives on this situation?
I just feel like you need to be coordinated with that shit. It's like, if your girl's texting you like, I'm having a stressful day, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. If you already know that she has stress built up today, it's like, bruh, help her take the stress away.
I expect rose petals
nigga,
when I get home.
You gotta fake the girl conversation. Go ahead. She's like, and this bitch Taylor at work. I'm like, bitch, she got you fucked up. All right.
Yeah.
Don't be like you.
Just hit him with that's crazy.
That's wild,
it keeps the conversation rolling. She gets it out. You don't care.
Taylor really
and then
got you
everything
fucked
is
up.
solved. Yes, Taylor. Use the name. Repeat exactly what she said back to her. But yo, that's crazy is always the way to go. Talking to you, we still don't have a name for this person.
Beat that bitch ass. He said, nigga. Bruce. Fuck wrong with you.
Bruce. I don't know if a Bruce would watch our show.
Are you trying to shrink our demographic?
Jaqueline.
Jaqueline. That'll work. But yeah, I agree. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. Like, you have to know what you're dealing with. But at the same time, it's kind of that give and take in the relationship where you be the peace. Like, it really just is what it is. I mean, you can't really expound upon that any more than we already have. Like, you gotta know. You have to know.
Be coordinated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of mine says, don't allow jealousies or insecurities to overcome you.
Because we all got them, but it's just how far you allow them to, you know.
Don't check the phone. This is not a debate. I'm so sick of seeing this crap on Facebook. We are 25, 26, 30s and up. If you have to check the phone or require a password, why are you even with them? Leave it alone. Walk away. Just go.
Exactly.
I had a question the other day. Can I talk about the one that I think I told?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I told best friend about this one. Since you're here, you can just tag in. And Bruce, you're welcome to it too. So, and Jaquaylin. There was a post, basically. Can I say? It was on the.
Go ahead.
It was on the Shade Room, and this girl was like, "Well, I've been with this guy for a few years, and the best friend and I considered a few to be at least like 3 plus. So we're going on here." And basically, she was never invited to family gatherings of her significant other, family vacations, holidays, school registrations. I'm kidding that we're taking it too far on that point. But her thing was, should she try to figure out what the issue was, like why this continues to happen, or should she? Honestly, she didn't even really give a reason. She was just like, "What should I do? What should I do?"
As niggas, should we just list it off for her, bro?
Let me tell you what I said first. I said, and I actually got like over 100 likes on this comment. I said, don't try to find the why, just leave. Because if he doesn't, at this point, if you're 3 years plus like strong, SKRONG, and he's still not doing things like this, he's either got another family or he really realistically is just not sure about you. That speaks volumes. Because I know from experience, I was in this situation.
She just might be the I can't take you nowhere female. And she literally ain't taking you
nowhere. No such thing. It really is either one of the two, like straight facts. He has another family and or significant other, or the family doesn't know about you because to him it's really not that serious, or like ultimately he's just not sure. I think that's really what it was, to be fair. And I told her, don't find the why, just dismiss yourself. Just let it be what it is. You'll get over it. Time seriously does heal everything. But as far as insecurities go and whatnot, if you got them, express them so you guys can overcome them together. But at the same time, if it leads you to do stupid things like wanting to look through his phone and or looking through it, then you should just rethink the whole situation, period.
And I have so many questions, but this is not the episode for it. So
there's no need for all that. There's no need for it. There really isn't. There really isn't. Because if you go looking for something, you will find it.
Because females be 8 years deep on fuck niggas, but
Was that shade?
Oh, it was shade, but it's no shade to nobody I know.
He says it's staring directly at me, so I feel like.
Hey, shit happens. You feeling guilty? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do. But it wasn't I learned from it, and I take it as a learning experience. But again, that's just relationships just don't get far or last long at all with things like that, regardless of like who it is. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. What's your take on this?
I feel like she puts more on the relationship than he does. And it's one of the things where I look at it like, okay, are they living together by then?
Probably, hopefully, and depending on the age, I guess.
Because
you talking about someone in particular what?
The shade room.
Oh no, she didn't get into any details.
Okay.
She just wanted to know what she should do ultimately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if it's 3 years, I assume they live together. Mm-hmm. And if you live together, even if y'all don't live together, it's messed up because it's like she cares more than he does, and she don't realize it. And she keeps asking, "Well, why come I can't come to the events?" Probably because baby mama there, more than likely, or it's just some other stuff going on.
And you're right. I also forgot to add to it because this could also add to what you're saying. She said that she would ask him why he wouldn't, and he would claim things like, "Oh, it was last minute." But that I don't see how that's a feasible excuse. Nothing is last minute for one, and I don't see how that's a feasible excuse as to why you still can't tag along.
Ain't no family event that's last minute.
Why can't you still come?
Niggas don't do last
the barbecue
and
from
show
2
up.
weeks ago. The barbecue 2 weeks ago because everybody trying to get ready.
Exactly.
Who gonna bring the pie?
Because everybody texting like, "What you bringing, motherfucker?"
Exactly. So that's kind of
It's not day of.
That's when you end up at the cookouts with motherfuckers about 17 bags of fucking Doritos.
I just feel like he's
Niggas
trying to have his cake.
Everybody knew.
He's trying to have his cake and eat it too.
Pretty much.
That's what I see.
Yeah.
And I mean, for her to be tiptoeing around this shit, like she really cares about him, but he's not ready. He's not mature enough to deal with what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you need to find somebody that's on your level.
And that person does exist. Because one thing I can't really stand, and the whole thing that irked me about the question, period, in its entirety, was just the fact that she was asking, what should I do? It kind of seemed like a question of validation. Because as women, I feel like we kind of struggle with asking questions to hear what we want to hear, as opposed to hearing what it is we need to hear. Or knowing exactly what it is we need to do from jump, but just want the bad decision to be validated to give us a reason to do it. And I feel like she knew what she needed to do when she asked that question. Because everyone who had commented on my comment was like, that's the best advice I've heard all day. That's right. That's it. Hand clap. And I'm like, we all know what the answer is. You just don't want to leave him. And it's unfortunate because I'm not blaming the girl because I've been in that situation before. I know what she's going through, but I swear to God, the minute you leave, you're better because of it. You really are. You really are. But don't, just think, because then it makes you look dumb. Just think before you speak. I'm just saying. Just think before you ask,
You don't know what level she's at. So.
If anything, I was stupid too if I'm claiming it because I did it myself.
So you don't know what level.
So,
you
came out of making you do crazy shit.
I was one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, like
hopefully she is too.
Yeah, you came out on the other side. She kind of is going through it right now. So
yeah,
it's kind of when you're in it is different from when you're outside looking in.
Because when I was in it, I was doing the same thing, talking his ear off.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't say feel you on that.
He didn't say anything. You're right. He just let me vent. Mm-hmm. What you got?
Never mind, I was trying to put your business out on Front Street, but I ain't finna do
that. We're doing don'ts, right?
Yeah.
Can I do another one since I'm already sitting there?
Because I'm unprepared.
That one kind of fits in with what we did before. Don't let feelings and emotions build up. That is a good one because I do that. I do that, and it's not healthy at all.
That's crazy.
It's not. That's crazy. See, that's crazy. See how it prolongs the conversation. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I do that. I accuse myself of it. I know I do it. That's just how I am, and I'm not like trying to get into astrology or anything. But I personally am just a person that thinks I have it all together in check, and then I'll like let it build up, and then eventually, when you just poke the bear enough, I'm like, look. All right, and then you get it. And I'm worse because I'll even take it out sometimes on people that had nothing to do with upsetting me in the first place.
Sounds like a Leo.
That goes.
Why you got put business out there like that?
That goes.
Okay.
That goes hand in hand with pick your battles.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have to know what you'll allow to build up and what's not that deep. So you have to be like, all right. I got this emotion about this. Okay, is it really irking me? If 3 days later it's still not irking me, because I do the 3-day rule. I do the 72-hour rule. So it's like, after 3 days, if I'm still pissed off about it, all right, then I'll bring it up.
Oh my God.
Like, if after 3 days, because the first 24 hours, you're shitty. 48 hours, you're like, all right, nigga. 72 hours, you're like, it ain't that deep. And you just move on. And
it's funny you say that. I used to talk to a guy that did just that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just...
did just that.
So it's really like you have to be on that type of wavelength because it's like a relationship is a marathon, not a sprint. So you gotta know what the fuck you're gonna actually take and not take and what's worth taking. Pause. But, just be cool. You know what I'm saying?
But to add to best friend's point, that also makes sense too. I'm also a firm believer in don't just, agree to disagree in order to shut your significant other up, because one is disrespectful to you both in the sake of your relationship, and also disrespectful honestly if you don't value yourself because you just choose not to listen or want to change things. Because the one thing I couldn't stand with, and it's funny, the guy I used to talk to that said what you just said, he would do that, and if it still pissed him off then he would bring it up. But what also irked me was the fact that when we did talk about something, whether it was making him upset or me, he would always say that he would try to do better or change or just be aware of the action that he's doing that was upsetting me. And he would never change. He would never fix it. But then would get upset with me when I got tired of talking to him till I was blue in the face. And I would go to talk to someone that I trust, like my female best friend, and she would give me her advice. And then I would say, oh, well, I talked to so-and-so about it, and what she said made sense to me. I share that with him. And his thing was, well, why'd you go outside the circle? If it's just you and me, why bring it up to somebody else? You weren't trying to change, so who's I supposed to talk to?
I hate that
well,
shit.
He wasn't in tune with his feelings.
I hate that shit.
Like, am I gonna talk to paint while it dries? Like, I don't know. What else am I supposed to do?
Multiple females right now that go through this shit.
I hate that. And that ultimately was kind of, well, amongst many other things, and years of just ignorance was the demise of whatever that was supposed to be, but that just irked the piss out of me because it was like, well, don't talk to the people, we can figure this out. But when I tried to bring it up to you, you weren't trying to fix anything.
He wasn't in tune with his feelings.
Totally agree with that.
He wasn't in tune.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. So is that your like alternative form of yo? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And throughout the duration of this episode, you will find different
wild.
ways to keep the conversation going, so she won't catch on to the fact that you don't care, Bruce and Jaqueline. See, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You don't fuck with Jaqueline.
Nah, but using I guess personal information to your gain in the sense of like if we arguing and be like, well, that's why your daddy don't want you.
That's a good one. Oh wow, that's a good one. Many a times I have wanted to, but I always stop myself before I go
That's why your mama
too far.
left
Exactly.
you in a trash can. Like, damn, bitch.
Exactly. Right. I've always stopped myself before I go too far because you have to understand when they tell you that, that's at their most vulnerable moment. Probably pillow talking, not about other people, but about things that you guys have gone through. Like, it is what it is. So don't use that as ammunition against them. It's rude. It's disrespectful. It just gets you nowhere. It's not okay.
Yeah, definitely don't hit below the belt.
Yeah.
Like, don't bring up shit that you said you forgave me about,
Mm-hmm.
and then you bring it up in argument.
Because
Like,
Because
if you
clearly
if you
it's
forgave me-
burning.
Yeah.
Right. If you
Yeah.
forgave me, then let's move past.
Because now I'm feeling like you just pretty much loading up the clip every time I talk to you.
Right.
You like, oh, yep. Next time we get in an argument, but to unload this motherfucker. on you.
Yeah. Right.
And then you don't turn around and be mad and was like, oh, you have a wall up. What the fuck you think? Last time we had an argument, you used to then turn around and unloaded this motherfucker.
See the legs turn. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I agree with that too.
One of my don'ts is breaking confidential information. Like, if I tell you something that's really personal, don't go telling everybody what I just told you.
That is true too.
Like, that's in between us. Like, don't be talking about my personal problems, my personal issues, and all this extra stuff. Like, if it's sacred and I'm trusting you with this information, I'm telling you this shit, like, don't go outside and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if it's something that's, like, slight and it's light that you can actually say, I ain't gonna trip off that. As long as the person that you're telling is also somebody that's not gonna be crazy with it.
Yeah.
Crazy with the information. So,
Like, in a sense, like, hey, if you had to steal from the pharmacy to make sure your mama wasn't sick, like, why are you going to tell people this shit?
See, hashtag mothers matter.
Why? I can go to jail.
I can go to jail.
You were here telling your auntie, like, oh, yeah, he stole these
the
pills.
limitations rule is still applying. Right?
Yes. This one's kind of corny, but I would say don't break their hearts. And it's so cliche when I say it because it's so like Valley Girl-esque. But, you know, I mean by that, like the one thing I've never understood is, again, both genders, this applies to, you know, both male and female. Why is it that when, you know, someone is unhappy with their significant other, they decide sometimes that infidelity is the only way to satisfy their needs instead of just telling the person first that they don't want to be with them and then choosing to do that with
Because
someone
motherfuckers
else?
don't know how to communicate.
I feel like it's just that too, but I feel like it's selfish. It's
That too.
It's too easy. If you're
Yeah.
not happy, then just tell me you're not happy. Because from a female perspective, if you have fallen out of love with me or you're not happy with anything that I'm
Cop out.
doing and you're just like done, that is a cop out. Or if you're just over me, period, that's fine. But I would still respect you at the end of the day. We could still be acquaintances. We can still like kick it with one another, at least say hi in passing. My God, if you at least tell me that you're just not with the shits anymore when it comes to us as a pair, that's fine. But if you just go and decide to do you, I mean, that is disrespectful, not only to me, but ultimately yourself, because that's what you think of you. So, you know, you're not worth being able to tell someone, this is what it is, I'd rather be free, or just not with you necessarily. It just bugs the piss out of me. So, I mean, not necessarily that you have to be friends with somebody after the breakup occurs, but you can still respect that person in theory. Because, like, subconsciously, could you really walk around, you know, the rest of your life knowing that you did that to somebody?
I definitely gotta keep myself out of this conversation. Go
Could
ahead,
you?
Dre.
Could you really?
Yeah, I gotta keep myself.
Bruce, could you do it? No, I'm kidding.
There's so much.
Waylon.
Everything I'm
Could you really?
I'm over here thinking every response I got is like, it's so much shade. So I'm gonna just let Dre do his thing.
I feel like people want their cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel like people think that if I just, mess with this person, then come back, like, that'll fix something, or like they got a weird perspective on that type of shit. So it's like people just gotta be grown up about it. Like, if you don't like somebody, like, because essentially, like, all we got is time. If you're wasting my time, you really don't value me as a person. So it's like you have to look at it from that perspective, and it's kind of like, all right, bet you don't like me, you don't want to be with me no more. Okay, cool. Then tell me.
Right.
Like, it's really not that. Like, it'll suck, but I feel like a lot of people feel like they'll break their heart if they be real with them in that way, but they feel like they won't break their heart if they cheat. Yeah. Like, it's weird.
Because the thing is, either way, and here's a good point. Either way, you are going to be hurt because they don't want to be with you, or they, decided to step out on you. But one still holds more water. It still holds more weight, because even if I never spoke to that person again that told me, I don't like you like that, or you're ugly, or whatever the case may be, I could still respect them at the end of the day, like in theory and thought. If we still decide to be friends after the relationship is over, I could still speak to you and not be, weirded out by the whole situation. But if you do it the other way, it makes it difficult. It really does. Because that person could go the rest of their life thinking maybe it's something with me. Maybe it's something I did. What did I do? It's a self-esteem issue. It goes both ways. It's bad. It really is bad.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I lose respect for you. And that's like the worst thing.
That's the worst one too.
Because I ain't friends with none of my exes. I'd be straight up. I say that shit down there every episode. But
yeah, you damn near.
I damn near do. Just want to let it be known. Like, I don't fuck with none of y'all. But basically, like, he's talking to you. Whoa.
I'm kidding.
Whoa. Jackie, not your question.
Damn. She just set you up.
Whoa, edit that out. But, it's like, you gotta understand that if they cheat, or basically they don't want to be with you. So you shouldn't even, like, have an insecurity about it, because whether they told you or whether they stepped out and cheated, they don't want to be with you regardless. So you shouldn't even look at it from a self-esteem issue. It's just like, it's over. Charge it to the game. Life happens. There's billions of people on this planet. Like, you'll find another one. Now, somebody may not make you feel the same way, but somebody might make you feel better. You never know.
And not only that, but honestly, I was talking to best friend about this the other day. It's one of those things where two relationships, predicaments, I'll say, that I was in before. Red flags all up and through. But based on what what you learn from those, you can not only charge it to the game, but forward it to the next relationship. So it makes you a better person overall too, because you know what to look for. You're like, that ain't right, and then be able to either fix it or remove yourself from that before you just happen to take it too far. Because sometimes people are so in love with somebody, or claim to be, that they tend to not care that something is wrong, that's like in your face, and it's like an alarm, and you're like, that's not right, but they'll do it anyway for the sake of loving that person. Because I did that a lot. I did that a lot. So when the next one comes, it's kind of like, you know what to look for. You know how to operate. You know if that's sneaky, conniving, or just downright wrong. And you can make notes and decide to stick it out or be out, whichever tickles your fancy. So,
Yeah, and stop blaming yourself just because somebody don't want to be with you. Like, you the shit. That's what I tell everybody. Like, you're the prize. Like, you're the shit. So, they don't want to be with you, okay, cool, find somebody else. But you ain't gonna find nobody like me. Like, just have confidence within yourself. Like, you don't have to look at it from that perspective. Like, oh, there's something wrong with me. I can't find a person, blah, blah, blah. Fuck all that shit. Like, you good. Like, you're gonna find somebody. You may not be ready for that person that you're supposed to find yet, but you'll eventually find that person.
And remember, nobody's ugly. They're just not attractive to that person in particular.
Look at you applying shit that I taught you.
I've always said that.
You used to call motherfuckers ugly all the time.
Okay, maybe, but yeah, you're right. No one is ever ugly. They're just not attracted to the person in question. So,
allegedly.
You just might not want to act right. Goofy.
It might be something.
Allegedly.
Like universally not cool.
Done. I can't with y'all. I really can't.
It's all good.
Ooh, I have a good one. Don't hide things from them. Why? This is also not to say. So see, it depends. Okay, so this is why we elaborate. So my thing is, don't hide things from your significant other, but also don't big mouth everything either. Because my mom always told me that they don't always need to know everything. And by everything, I mean like if you're at Walmart and you have a whole man, not a half but a whole, and dude tries to spit game. And then you're like, oh no, I have someone. I'm flattered. And then you go home and you tell him like, this man was on me like heavy. He doesn't need to know all that.
Now, if he try to disrespect you, tell me. But if it's just something slight like that, nigga, I don't need to know that. That's a confidence booster for you. A nigga try to talk to you.
Because I was going to say, it really could depend on how he wants to take it. He's like, oh, well, I already got the prize. That's what he wanted, but it's mine. That's one thing. But I just don't see that going over well with everybody. It's like, I don't want to know that,
Also,
you know.
Also, know your partner and know what to tell them.
Yeah.
Because if you know that your partner is somebody that will pop off, like your example.
He said, "Oh yeah, what the?"
Your example
he said,
would be
strap.
like,
Fuck
strap.
that nigga going to Walmart management right now, and he's gonna be like, "Let me see the tape."
But rewind the camera.
Like, what hour was you in?
Where your LP
Aisle
at?
7? Okay, we was there at 7. All right, let me look at the camera. Let's see what that nigga look like.
Exactly. Right.
Oh, that's Travis. Oh, I'm
Bet.
that's
Right.
I'm gonna get him through here right now.
Like, you don't need that shit. So, yeah, just know what to tell your partner. Because, like, I deal with a lot of girls that are, they pop off. And I'm the calm one. So,
I'm done with a lot of that pop now.
yeah, so I knew very early what to say and what not to say. Because, you know, back in high school, that lunchroom pop off was, yeah.
Hectic.
Yeah, field trip pop offs, all that shit. So, yeah, just know what to tell your partner. Don't, like, withhold information that's important, but know what to tell them.
Yes.
Yeah, cause I got a story to tell you, bro. I forgot.
Shit.
I like how I'm not done on this. Another one for me, since I'm just rattling them off. Don't let yourself go.
Ooh, that's funny as you said that. I just seen that on Facebook.
And by that I mean like don't lose yourself, but don't let yourself go. You know, in many ways because it's just, you know. And personally, from my standpoint, I have come to find that I think it would be kind of cool and cute actually if you were with somebody that liked to eat healthy too and like work out with you. And just be healthy, like mentally, emotionally, physically, the whole nine. Because, you know, you kind of want the best out of your partner so you guys can have a healthy life together in all aspects of it, right? So with that being the case, you know, take care of you. But try and find a way to incorporate that, you know, that into that as well. Because
this is a good question. So how do you tell your woman she's getting big by being nice? There's a difference of being a rude ass nigga. And she goes to gain like 5 pounds. You got something to say? Then she's like 125, and it's like, nigga, you're like 5 pounds away from being like 300-400 pounds.
I'll tell you how to not do it. Since we're being real, I used to date a person, and for some reason, he had no reason to ever talk about my weight at all because he, you know, ate fast food every single day and, you know, smoked all kinds of cigarettes and everything. So he was just as unhealthy on the inside as he's wanted to be. But since his metabolism was like Speedy Gonzalez, he decided that, you know, he could just talk about me. So his question to me one day was, do you still go to the gym?
Damn.
That's not really the way to ask me.
I'm like, so it's time to go.
That's how you don't do it, Bruce. That's how you don't. That's how you don't do that. But, you know, I mean, if you don't really have room to talk, then I don't want to hear it from you. But that's one way to not do it.
I see it as this. I want you to be healthy, so, you know, you don't want your woman to die. So you gotta be healthy. So it's like, I don't want to be mean and tell her, hey, you're getting big.
I feel like you gotta lead by example.
That's a good one.
I feel like me, for example, right? I lost 50 pounds in 6 months. I'm just saying. But basically, no, nigga.
No, hey, look at you, man.
See these pants? Clap.
Clap.
Clap, Bruce.
Damn, okay.
Thank you.
Oh, Bruce to clap. Fuck wrong with that
I
nigga.
want Jaqueline to clap for me. I don't know.
He's done with you.
He'll hit you with the bird, man. He'll be like, nigga.
Nah, but it's like you gotta lead by example. So it's like one of those things where it's like, all right, bet I'm working out. You see me working out. You see, like, babe, where you going? The gym. And then she'll start, you know, taking. Fuck it. Anyway, basically,
Why did you just stare at
she'll
the camera?
she'll see you doing that, and then on top of that, like you might then tell her like, hey, you want to come to the gym with me?
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, oh, well, that's something he likes, and I was thinking about getting healthier, and you know, that's like a cool way for you to work out together. That goes with what you said, you know, couples that work out together and get better. Because if you see me working out and I'm busting my ass to look good so I can perform in bed and perform whatever, like, then she'll you know, she might follow suit.
Yeah.
Possibly, you know, and then that's something that she'll probably want to do, and then she'll feel more confident, and then you'll be like, damn, she look good as fuck. She always look good as fuck, but she doing her thing, and then she'll look at you like, damn, he got that six pack finally. Goddamn, like you know what I'm saying? So y'all help each other out. I think that's the best way. Is like lead by example. You don't have to be like, damn, you eating another damn fry? Like don't do that shit. Don't do that shit.
All right.
Well, and on that note, bro, this is the end of this one.
Alright, it's the end of the show. It's the waiting room. It's Dre Grimm,
Curtis Media.
Miss K.
Also known as Monet. That should be my thing from now on.
That's wild.
You say
bro.
you say yours, and then someone says Miss K, and I say also known as Monet.
That's crazy. All right, so
it's the first time I hear it.
we're gonna end this on this weird ass
Yeah.
stuff.
Really?
She just tried to just fuck our little high five up.
Gang gang.